Well, I guess it would be nice if I could teach you guys. Twice before I get my heart wet. I know all the things you play, cause you play them too. Oh, but I need some time. I gotta think,
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to India's first real estate broadcast series, the Purva Zenium Show. A show with no hype, expert perspectives on real estate trends, real life customer experiences, and all the jazz in a fast-paced, entertaining style. My name is MJ Rakesh, and let's welcome my band on the show that adds a lot of spunk to my funk. They are called the Blue on Ice. That's Joshua, Rachna, and Dino. Give it up for them! Before we get started, the world that we live in today, people have become so particular about design and quality. Yes, in the kind of clothes they wear, to the kind of homes they live in, the brands that they buy, to even the way their bedrooms look. Yes, they want design and quality everywhere. I know someone here who's very particular about that, and she's looking up in the ceiling. Well, I looked around to see to what extent people have gone, and guess what I found? Let me take you through this. Okay, when it comes to design, some people really take a theme seriously and go way too far with it. Take a look at this one. This guy must have been really angry. Josh, this happens to you sometimes on a Saturday night, right? Yeah. But except for the paint, you're throwing something else all across the floor.
Yeah.
The ceiling. We're not going to the substance yet.
I like to paint the ceiling red.
All right, take a look at this one, guys. Here, everything in this room is playing hide and seek with each other. Well, I don't know, for some reason it feels like Rachna is someone who would want to have rooms like these, yeah? No? Okay, let's take a look at this one. Someone who's like a huge fan of zebra. Here it is. Yeah? I have only one thing to tell this guy. You know, zebra happens to be like the oldest animal. Do you know that, Rachna? No. Zebra happens to be the oldest animal in the world. Much older than dinosaur. Do you know that? You know why? Why? I'll give you a really bad one. Joshua, support me with this. They're the oldest animal. They're the oldest animal in the world because even till date they're in black and white. Well, here's another one. And some have gone a step ahead. You know what? I call such people Tismarkha. You know why? Because they believe they were born to be interior designers. Take a look at this one, the first pic here. You know, can you believe this? There's a jacuzzi in the dining room. Who on earth watches someone bathe while eating or eat while bathing? Rachna? It sounds like some weird fantasy, right? Well, Josh is just not making eye contact with me right now. All right, take a look at this one. You will never know if this is cleaned or not. Take a look. It's like a camouflage. It's like a camouflage to hide stains. You know, take a look at this. It's like a camouflage to hide stains or probably even puke, you know. Yeah. Okay, that's just crossing the line a little bit. All right, let me move on. You know, quality is also something that many chase. I'm a sucker for quality myself, right? And in fact, there are quality analysts, quality managers, many organizations have, just to ensure a quality check is done before the product or service goes out in the market, or ensures brand credibility, right? Just to make sure everything is in place and it's guarded and taken care of. But as always, you know, some people just don't do their job well. And guess what happens? I'll show you. Take a look. Here's the first one. It is. Is it Jennifer Lopez? I feel so sorry what they did to her body. Well, take a look at the second one. Here it is. Well, that is the actual hoarding. It's not your eyes. It's not your eyes. Joshua, you too. It's not one of the Saturday night visions you have. Okay. That woman must be cursing the hell out of Specsavers. Take a look at the last one. This one's very disturbing. Someone is going to have a real bad childhood with that toy. This is what happens sometimes when quality is not in place.
You know
now,
what the toy is called?
Yes.
The Nun.
The Nun. No. I thought you'd go a step ahead and call Annabelle. All right, let me take you to the last one. Quality sometimes is so subjective, right? Even the quality managers make open statements like these. Take a look. Anything can go wrong, will go wrong, and will do so at the worst moment possible. And I'm sure, Josh, you relate to that because this happens to you all the time, right?
Yeah. Because I'm bad.
Well, you must be wondering, why am I talking about design and quality so much? Because our show today has got a lot to do with design and quality. I'll let you into it in a while. Till then, Joshua, give me a little breather, man. Come on! With a credo of uncompromising values, customer centricity, robust engineering, and transparent business, they are amongst the top developers in India. From being the first to build a multi-storied building in Bangalore to pioneering theme-based residential developments, Puravankara has always paved the way for innovation and brilliance. And I present to you India's first real estate broadcast series, the Purva Zenium Show, Zenium being Puravankara's next generation project close to Bangalore International Airport. And this is a show with no hype expert perspectives on real estate trends, real-life customer experiences, and all the jazz in a fast-paced, entertaining style. My name is MJ Rakesh. Let me take you through this ride. Roll the titles. Well, a home, or rather, if I have to say, your home is more than just four walls, right? There's much more than just concrete. And what goes inside is truly a work of art. Every square foot requires meticulous design and, of course, quality. Only then you'll end up having a best-in-class home. Let's just be honest, it's one life and we might just own one or two dream homes in their entire lifetime. And when we own one, we want it to be the one with the best-in-class design, quality, and the works. And today on the show, I'm going to have a man who eats, breathes, and lives design and quality. President Design, Puravankara, Mr. Balasubramanya CJ. Welcome to the Purva Zenium Show, Mr. Bala. How does it feel being here?
Oh, good afternoon to you, Rakesh.
Thank you.
Nice to come here. I have been doing such things for Puravankara quite often.
Yes.
My next one for our
You've
new
been doing many interviews like these, many shows like these. How does it feel being amidst a set like this with the band?
Oh, this set looks amazing. It's awesome. You know, it's something new that I have come into.
Fantastic. I can't wait to chat with you. Please take your seat in the couch, sir. Let's begin.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Bala, I'm going to start with something about myself. I have like an eagle's eye for design and quality, okay? So much so that some of my folks have told me that I have done a lot of things late in life only because I was trying to get them right. Basically following a philosophy that if there is no design or quality in what you do, don't do it, right? Now, this characteristic in a person gets even more fierce when it comes to an important decision like buying a house. It's like I want quality and design in every inch of my house. Now tell me something, you're the design man, you're the expert, I want to know from you, is this an OCD or am I asking for something which is like unusual or impossible or is it illusionary? I want you to tell me.
Yeah, when it comes to quality and design that you talk, quality in construction has two aspects to it.
Okay.
One of them comes in the part of the design, which I can talk about.
Okay.
And the other part is during construction, we ensure that the processes of construction are done with the quality norms.
Like the material that's used.
The material, the way in which the material is prepared, the material, like let us say the concrete.
Yeah.
When I say concrete, at the design level, the structural engineer would have programmed it to be a certain grade.
Okay.
It has certain strength.
Okay.
Now the quality at construction ensures that that strength is reached.
Oh.
While when it comes to design, we take care of the size of the column. The size of the column should not be so big that it obstructs certain vision. It has its own dimensional requirements.
Okay.
So we ensure that. So when it comes to quality in design, there are multiple aspects that come in a way.
Okay, so you think this is not an OCD. I'm asking for something which is normal and I can expect this from a house that I'm buying.
Exactly. In India, a house buying is a lifetime experience for people.
Okay.
They put up their life saving into the house, and it is not abnormal or a OCD for someone to expect a good quality home for them.
Okay.
They put their life saving into that, and they expect quality in design and also during construction.
Fantastic.
That is where it comes to.
Okay. Joshua, just on the records, I don't have an OCD that you were talking about, that I have a lot of OCDs. I don't. Okay? Sir has confirmed that.
You go to CCD.
That's why I just can't control the laughter on that. Okay, so quickly, I've heard a lot about the Purva Experience Center, okay, which is like a testimony to the kind of quality in design and in structure and in construction that Purva Zenium has to offer. Now tell me, if I walk into a Purva Experience Center, what am I going to see? What's going to hit me?
I tell you, Purva Experience Center is something that we create in every project as a part of our sales office, where we present to the customer what materials are going to be used in the building that we are building and how it is going to be seen. Or there are certain things which are hidden inside, which they will never be able to see. This is one experience where they can see what material get used, and they can assure themselves that quality material get used.
How is it shown in the Purva Experience Center? Is there like layers which are kept there for you to see it?
Yes, I can tell you. Now what happens, there are two things, the aesthetic part of it and something which are hidden. The aesthetic part comes to you as a part of, let us say, a window, which is a UPVC window that we buy, or a balcony railing which we put up. These are aesthetic part which you normally see outside.
Okay.
Or a paint that you have actually put up on the surface.
Yes.
But there are certain things which go behind. For example, you have a balcony, which probably people enjoy most as a space that is there in the house. Now that needs to be waterproofed.
Yes.
If it is not waterproof, then there is going to be leak. Now this waterproofing is something which you will not see. Or there is a conduit that goes which carries the electricity through,
So true.
which is hidden inside, which you will not see. Now, how does one customer understand that these people have used a quality material? So what you see is what you get. So we exhibit how we do it. We open up the wall. We show you where the conduits are, what cables are used. You will be able to see what material actually gets used in the project.
It's like a little blueprint structure created there, right?
Of course, yes. It's a small version of everything that is going to be put up there.
Just when I said blueprint, I think Joshua got a little excited because we took the blueprint of his house. It's apparently done in 1857. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, correct.
The BBMP confirmed that it was done in 1857 for
I'm a
him.
vampire.
Sir, so this Purva Experience Center, when you say that everything is broken down and shown to you layer by layer as to what goes in. So that's why you're probably saying that if someone like me, who's like a sucker for quality, who's got an eagle's eye for quality, if I walk in there, all my quality related questions are going to be answered, whether it's quality in design or whether it's quality in construction material used, right?
Yeah, let me explain it to you this way. If a customer walks into the experience center, he will be able to see two things. One is the materials which are exhibited, which are actually going to be seen by him, which are going to be used in the project.
Okay.
He will also be able to walk into a mock-up which is put up.
Oh,
there is a show flat that is going to be attached with
like a
the
model
experience
apartment?
center. It's a model apartment, fully furnished. What a customer is going to buy, he is able to see it at the site.
Wow. Okay.
So when he walks into the experience center, he sees two things. One is he sees the actual model apartment and the items that are going to be displayed there.
Okay.
And also something which he'll never be able to see in the house, which is all hidden.
Yes.
So
yes.
these are two things. But I'll elaborate a little more on this. He'll be able to see a door that is going to be used in the house. He'll be able to see how we do waterproofing. Now, waterproofing is not a simple thing.
Yes.
It happens just like it's not like a paint. It's going to be done in layers. The customer is actually is able to see how the waterproofing is done
Wow.
in multiple layers, so that he
Wow.
gets a, I would say, watertight surface.
Layers, yes. Perfect. It's like an exhibition of sorts, right? It's like a process exhibition of the process that goes into building your dream home. All right, so quickly moving on. I have a video here that shows what a person is going to get when they walk into a Purva Experience Zone. I'm going to present that right here, the Purva Experience Center. Let's have the video, please. Here it is on your big screens. Let's take a look.
Witness the making of a masterpiece, your home. Welcome to the Purva Experience Center. Much more than concrete, what goes inside your home is truly a work of art.
We source materials from brands which are market leaders.
Our commitment to aesthetics goes beyond four walls and extends to making great outdoors. Stay digitally connected at your future-ready home with the power of secure Blue Next technology. Come see the melange of the elements that elevate your living experience to global standards. Parking to perfection, everything that your vehicle needs. Ease of navigation, safety from unauthorized access, lighting and markings for visibility and safe driving. At Puravankara, we make sure every detail is well planned and executed. We have used the toughest materials so that your home lasts long. Aluminium formwork that withstands earthquakes, seismic forces, and windstorms for a pinnacle of safety. Interior finishes crafted to perfection, configurations that make your walls smooth and graceful in appearance. The sophistication extends to sturdy protection with high-end adhesives for tiles, water-resistant door frame seal, and security with biometric locks. Bathroom, a study in elegance. The immaculate execution of details like waterproofed slabs, high-quality ceramics, aesthetic flooring, and pressure-tested plumbing make sure it's a world-class bathroom. Let nothing come between you and the view. Before the perfect view is a balcony crafted to perfection with UPVC sliding windows for ventilation and lining that drains out rainwater naturally. Welcoming exteriors, making the best first impression. We have used the best paints for flawless finish and texture. UPVC windows to make the look classy. Climbing up the stairs of excellence, the staircase has been elegantly designed like a railing. High durability, uniform finishing, dust and damage-proof staircase for a completely safe and ornamental ambience. Where every square foot speaks of top-notch quality, there begins the best-in-class home. Built for the privileged few like you. Come, enjoy the Puravankara living experience.
So I'm going to come to a personal question now. Which is like the most favorite part of your house for you? Which is like the most favorite part of your home?
I live on a ground floor. Probably my sit out is the best part. But when it comes to an upper floor, probably you term a sit out as a balcony. So balcony probably is most favorite part
Okay,
of.
fantastic. I'm going to come to mine, but before that, I must say, since you mentioned that you live on the ground floor, so does Joshua here live on the ground floor, and his most favorite part of the house is a garage, because that is actually better than the house apparently for him, right? What?
I use GarageBand.
You use- All right. So the two most favorite part for me in a house, one is the balcony, the other one is the bathroom. Okay, I know you must be wondering what am I doing about the bathroom, because I love spending a lot of time in both these places, right? And I want them to be plush, I want them to be beautiful, I want them to be like soaking in it kind of a feel that it gives. Now tell me, as a design man, how much of attention have you paid to a bathroom and a balcony where a lot of people spend a lot of time?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, many people think that the toilets or the bathrooms are going to be their thinking spots. They think a lot, they come out with a lot of ideas.
You got
I'm
that
sure
right.
you have one.
You got that right. You got that right.
And probably balcony is another area where people tend to relax, and they'll be able to sit there all weather, whether it is raining, shining.
Yes.
They sit there and enjoy the
Yes.
Outdoors, sitting
Of
indoors.
course.
So these two are the areas which are very important in construction as well, because they are prone to certain things which can probably, if not done right, can be a perennial problem.
Like so?
For example, if you look at a bathroom, and let us say you live on the 8th floor and the bathroom has not been done with a proper waterproofing, which you will not be able to see.
Yes.
But the 8th floor guy will not suffer the problem of improper waterproofing, with the 7th floor guy will suffer, because floor above is what causes problems for him.
Yes.
So it's the same thing with respect to balcony, because balcony has probably a splash of rain that comes, which can probably, if waterproofing is not done right, it goes. The second next thing would be, the surface of the floor that you have.
The tiling.
The tiling should be good and it should be laid properly. Otherwise, the joints are prone to again send water into the substrate. And again, if there is a problem with the waterproofing, it starts leaking.
Yes. Yes.
Now, aesthetically, people tend to spend a lot of time in the balcony. So it needs to be aesthetically good also and safe. So what we take care of these items are, first is the waterproofing.
Okay.
We do a waterproofing which guarantees us 10 years without any issue. There is a back-to-back guarantee that comes from the vendors whom we hire.
Okay.
And they'll be able to rectify in case of any problem. 99% there won't be any problem, because the materials that we use are from brands which are good standing in the market. Time tested. And they have a good standing in the market. They would not like to spoil their reputation. So we engage such people so that we are also peaceful in that particular aspect. The next thing that comes is, aesthetically you need to have something good on your floor. So we use tiles which are anti-skid in nature. They come from brands again. So we align to brands so that we get good quality material.
Okay. Sir, I'm also worried a little bit about when you're in these high-rise structures. Of course, the balcony view is great, but it also is very important to have security in the balcony, right? In terms of the safety, if I may have to say. In terms of safety, how much of it has been taken care in the balcony? The railings or whatever that you've used there?
See, the balcony normally comes with a railing or a parapet.
Yes.
And in our project, we use railings which are designed in a way where there is enough safety that is achieved. So the railings are provided to a certain height which are determined to be a standard. And it also has to give you psychologically a perception of safety there. Now, I provide half feet less. Probably could be safe. But in the mind of the customer, he could be feeling unsafe to go there.
Yes.
So the height of the balcony railing is provided to an adequate height, which gives you the sense of safety. Second thing is, there are going to be kids in the house. Now, the design of the railing should be such that the child should not be able to climb that railing.
Yes.
The minute the child climbs that, it has a tendency to fall outside. So we design our railings in such a way that it is child safe.
Sir, not just child safe, they have someone like Rachna here who would probably want to climb the balcony railings even when she's not a child. Rach, we do remember some of the Saturday night stories. Yeah. So basically, there is quality in design and design and quality in every inch of the house, right? Apart from the structural design which you were speaking about, where the concrete mix and all of it, which is taken away by someone else, you've made sure there is quality in design in every aspect of the house. All right. So one more thing about the house that you would want to talk about, which has good quality or you've paid a lot of attention to, maybe like a door or maybe whatever.
It's not just the door. I would start from the structural design. We follow the best of the norms that are there in the industry, and we also follow what is called the Indian Standard Codes.
Okay.
The codes are used for designing of the building, and we use good consultants who have got a experience in designing high-rise structures, who design our buildings. And these designs are again checked by an internal team of experts before it gets into construction.
So there is like a standardization, like a standardization that's being followed to ensure there's quality.
So what happens, structure becomes the skeleton of the house.
Yes.
And no matter what, if there is something wrong with the structure, it is very, very difficult to repair. So we
Okay.
ensure that the structure is done properly
First.
with all design quality ensured and also construction quality ensured.
Okay.
Now, if you look at Zenium per se, the walls are made of concrete. And we use high quality aluminum formwork, which will give us smooth surface. And we don't need to actually do a lot of treatment to the wall because the basic surface that comes to you is very smooth and you just have to do a little bit of a putty and paint.
Wow,
It gives you a very
okay.
good finish.
Now, so we also know that it's close to impossible to please every buyer or everyone when it comes to quality in design, right? And there is no limit. There is absolutely no limit to the kind of quality you can have in design. And when it's more, it only confuses the buyer, right? It only confuses them to choose from, and their expectations just go higher and higher. Now, tell me something. At Purva Zenium, how have you managed to bring that balance, which when a person sees about quality in design, it's just good enough and convincing enough for him to seal the deal? How have you brought that balance?
I'll tell you, there are a couple of things that one must understand when this is getting discussed.
Okay.
Things are done right from the beginning. We hire the best of the brains so that our designs are right.
Okay.
We engage branded architects who have experience. Internal architects check the design. It goes through my sales team to check whether how it is marketable. We do all kinds of checks on the quality part of the design before it actually gets executed. So first thing is we ensure that the designs are right. It probably is so right that it need not have any apprehension about pleasing everybody.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody likes the design.
It just takes care of everyone's needs and probably also tastes and designs and likes.
Absolutely. And another thing what happens is there are beyond the house, there are certain things which become very personal. These are what we call as the interiors of the house, which are left to the customer for him to design and put up, which he can put up in any of our houses the way he wants it, and he can decorate his house the way he likes.
Okay.
So what happens is, if the design is right, he is able to put up something which is good for him, what he likes. So there is opportunity for both.
So you have pre-thought what probably an interior person can do and made provisions for that?
Absolutely. What we do is we make a furniture layout for the customer to understand how the whole house is going to look.
Oh, okay.
Next thing is we actually allow him to look at our mock-ups, wherein he can get an idea how the house is going to look when it is all interior done. It is just that somebody may like a wooden finish, somebody may like a granite finish, somebody can like a simple white laminate. So it all depends upon the personal choices of the people. So this is one thing that is done right. The second thing that we do is that we hire branded grade A contractors who build our homes. If you look at many of our projects, most of our projects, or I would say all of our projects, are done by contractors who have got a big standing in the construction industry. I would not like to name people, but there are people who have been working with us, repeat contractors are there. So we use branded grade A contractors to build.
Okay.
The next thing that happens is the consultants whom we hire, they design right, their design gets checked. So there is very, very little thing that can go wrong. We ensure that everything is right so that the customer get a right product.
Okay.
Then comes the materials that we use. We don't look at using, I would not like to demean unbranded stuff, but we would like to look at brands because brands are a great support. If something goes wrong, they'll be able to come and support us. I'll tell you one example of a particular project where, yes, there were certain fixture that gave way, but the brand was able to support us where they could replace all the equipment so that the customer got the right material at the end of the day. So whatever that we use in the project are all branded. I'm sure our marketing materials will show you what brands that we use. I'd not like to name them here, but I'm sure you have the ability to find out.
We've also shown the video. We also have stuff that goes out on our regular Facebook and Instagram pages. But you know, we were talking about grade A contractors. On a lighter note, Joshua here, he thought grade X is something much superior than grade A. And he claims himself to be like a grade X contractor. He tried doing stuff for his house and he still deals with some patches, empties in the sky. And he says, this is like from a stargazing, you know. Really, Joshua? You would try that, right? All right, quickly, sir, I'm going to be taking another very special person onto the show. She is a proud owner of a 3 BHK Grand at Purva Zenium. It's time now for us to welcome her onto the show. Can we do that?
Yep.
Yes, let's do this. It's time now for me to welcome a very special guest onto the Purva Zenium Show. She is Rashmi Sundar Raj, a proud owner of a 3 BHK Grand at Purva Zenium. Let's have her on the show, please. Let's go. What did you dream of last night, Rashmi?
Purva Zenium.
You don't have to dream anymore because
I
you
know.
own one, right? Rashmi
Yes.
Sundar Raj is your name. Where is Sundar and Raj? I'm guessing you're Rashmi.
I am.
Where is Sundar and Raj? They're not here.
All here.
Well,
Three in one.
I can't wait to chat with you. Please take your seats up.
Thank
Please
you.
settle down.
Yeah, thank
Let's
you.
go. So Rashmi, we usually talk about promotion in career. We talk about promotion in status. Can I say that after buying the Purva Zenium home, a 3 BHK grand Purva Zenium home, you've got a promotion in life? Can I say that? Are you kind of finding
Most
feeling that?
definitely.
Okay.
In fact, what was a life-changing experience for me was to enter the Purva Experience Center. Getting in there, taking a tour of it, understanding from scratch how my dream home was going to be made
Okay.
was, an elevated living experience.
Wow.
Honestly. And I can tell you the first impression that I got, there was zero room for compromise.
Okay.
And that was very impressive. It's almost the whole project from every nook and corner is like a perfect blend, a perfect marriage between aesthetics and quality in design.
Wow.
So-
I now see what you have done. Okay. I now see what you have done, not in terms of the construction or putting together the house, but with the Purva Experience Center. She seems to completely have studied how the house looks.
Yes.
Certainly what we were talking about before you came into the show as to how Purva Experience Center will show you layer by layer, will show you,
It does.
step by step as to how the entire house comes together.
Something that you would do while building your dream home, right?
Okay.
You want to be involved in every single aspect of it.
Wow.
And that's what the Experience Center shows.
Wow. So do you want to claim that you built the house? But
I-
sir designed it, okay? Don't take it away from me.
No, but it gives a lot of peace for a customer to know what is actually got into this house. Because
Yes.
they are putting their hard-earned
Correct.
money in.
Yes.
So it is good to know that they are using. the Puravankara is using branded materials, and they are able to see what is actually getting into the house, because there are a lot of things which are seen. There are a lot of things which are unseen.
Yes.
Correct.
Fantastic. So Rashmi, you're the proud owner of a 3 BHK grand at Purva Zenium. I can't stop saying that to you. And I'm sure even you can't stop listening to that, right? You
No.
want to listen to it more and more,
It
right?
still sinks in.
Yes. So that
Yeah.
itself says that you have an eye for design and quality, right? You have an obsession for it. I can feel that when you talk about it. Now tell me something. Which part of the house were you expecting to have top-notch quality in design or whatever before buying the Purva Zenium home?
Okay, when it goes to your dream home, there are two aspects that I'm very particular about. One was interiors.
Okay.
And what impressed me was space. The houses are, the apartment is laid out in a very spacious manner.
Okay.
The design, there's a lot of detailing that's gone into it. The finishing, the, chamfered skirting, and the doorknobs, the door fixing details, all these things, there's so much of, it's like perfection to the T.
Wow.
So that's one thing. And of course, to add to it, there's biometrics to the door. So that's like safeguarding your dream home.
Yeah.
That's great thinking.
The moment you said biometric, it took me back to my workplace. There is this dreaded thing that I have to log in by 9:30. 9:31, you get half-day salary cut, right? So that reminds me of that. But this biometric obviously is for the
It's
house.
your
And
home,
you feel
yes.
good when you use the biometric in
Yes,
this place.
yes.
This gives you some other relief too. You can actually operate the lock through your mobile phone. You don't need to really put your biometrics into it.
Super. All right, quickly moving on. Talking about this spacious manner, there's one person here whose question's been answered, who
Okay.
struggles a lot with space in personal life. That is Joshua. Josh, we've had this conversation before.
Need to have space.
I'm not talking. I am not talking about us, okay?
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about the conversations you have with me on a Saturday night when you're done with whatever you're done and you pick up the phone on me and say,
I
you know
don't hit
what?
on my girl.
And you talk about, Rakesh, there's so much space in my life that is crunched and all that. Probably Purva Zenium is a solution to that. What's it, Josh?
Definitely, yes.
All right, moving on, Rashmi. The last bit.
There's a second thing I didn't tell you.
Please.
Bathrooms.
Wow.
I am super particular about bathrooms.
Okay.
And because I think many will agree with me, house owners, it's like if it's not done right, then it gives you a problem long term. And what impressed me about this is that there are, the overlaid plumbing lines. You don't have to see them. And waterproofing mother slab, which is there in your balcony too. Which
Yes.
is awesome. It's
Superb.
great. And the fixtures give it like a world-class bathroom.
You can't just stop talking about your house.
I am
right?
constantly gushing about
She's
it.
already showing off. She's already showing off. Okay, we love it. We love it. We love it. Moving on. The last bit of what I want to ask you. Okay, Rashmi, can I say, with the way you've been talking about it and going gaga about it, of course, it deserves all the attention that you're giving it. Can I say that you somewhere feel that you subscribe to global standards by buying the Purva Zenium? You have?
Definitely.
Okay, now, if you have subscribed to global standards, are we expecting like a global standard housewarming party?
Of course. Can you see? I'm like constantly gushing about it. I've made my list. I've got my family, friends, colleagues, and you guys are invited too.
You want to call some strangers? Joshua?
Not strangers anymore.
It's going to be a global standard party. Okay, what do you intend to do? What do you want to show off?
I want to show off everything in the property, starting from the forest trail, the sky gardens, the landscaping, the staggered balconies. There's an oxygen clubhouse.
Of course.
And the high futuristic Blue Nex technology. How about that?
Wow.
That's like a tipping factor for everyone, right, these days?
So, I just want to tell you this. We've been having a lot of editions of these shows, and every buyer who's come on here, who's bought a Purva Zenium home, has so much to say about it. Is it because of the way it's offered, or is it because there's so much to offer that you have there?
I'll tell you, we wanted to make a difference. And if you see our product, just like she mentioned, she spoke about the oxygenated club. This is a very, very unique feature. I'm sure you would have gone to certain locations which are, you can say the air is very pure. It actually enhances your mood. What makes you feel that? Supposing you go to a hill station
Yes.
where your mood get enhanced. Why does it happen? The content of oxygen is so pure, you have 21% oxygen in the normal air.
Okay.
But as cities grow, the pollution will make the air contain lesser of oxygen. At that point of time, you start feeling the difference.
Okay.
What we have done in our project is we are trying to give you that good feel in the club. We have a designated area where you have a oxygen rich air, which gives you a feel of goodness. You are pleasant. It enhances your mood.
Okay.
So if you want to believe, I'm not too sure. People say they enrich the air with oxygen in the casinos.
Las Vegas casinos, I've heard of that.
Where people are losing, but they're not getting depressed.
Well, but I can very easily say, at least after all these episodes that I've been hosting, that at any given point in time at Purva Zenium, there's nothing like you losing. It's always a win-win throughout all aspects, right? On that note, sir, it's been a fantastic episode with both of you here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, but before I let you go, there's a little ritual that we do right here at the Purva Zenium Show. I'm going to hand over a money plant each to both of you, and you have to just sign that. It's a sign of prosperity and abundance that we want to wish you. But I'm going to take that back and I'm going to put it on the wall right up there, a wall of plants that we have in the studio, and I'm going to keep it there for us. All right. So here goes. Then I'm going to give it to you, sir. There goes. There goes. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for tuning into the Purva Zenium Show, India's first real estate broadcast series, a show with no hype expert perspectives on real estate trends, real life customer experiences, and all the jazz in a fast-paced, entertaining style. See you soon with an exciting new episode. Catch the repeats on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube of Puravankara. My name is MJ Rakesh, saying a bye-bye along with my band, The Blue on Eyes, that's Joshua, Rachna, and Dinu.